It's Mac the Guru. This is my review for Snowfall. Season 6, episode 9. Man, this one went up. This one was nuts, man. They went crazy. All of them. Everybody's going crazy. Everybody going crazy. Now, the first question I had watching it, why was Sissy there in the first place? Bruh, it's no way I would have had my mama there. Like, why do you got your mama there? She ain't making the situation better at all. She trying to talk Franklin off this ledge. Franklin don't care. Even in one of my things, I say, yo, Franklin might need to just walk away from this money. I know it's a lot of money. But, dog, how much are you going to risk? And you can't even lie. Even though Sissy exploded, and I don't think she should have just broad daylight knocked off Teddy. I mean, that ain't smart. Now she gonna be in jail for the rest of her life. But Teddy was gonna come back to get them without a shadow of a doubt. Ain't no questions about it. Remember when they was in the car riding over for the drop when Franklin was taking Teddy to drop him off, and Teddy just looked at Franklin. Franklin like, yo, what you looking at? He ain't say nothing, but he probably was looking at him like, boy, you dumb if you drop me off and let me go. Because ain't no way he wasn't going to come back. You knocked off his dad. You done tied him up, tortured him, and then let him go. Like, come on, man. He don't mind giving you the $37 million because he going to try to come get it back. So I like that Sissy ain't let him walk away. But Sissy just should have never been there. When I realized Sissy shouldn't have been there was when she walked in looking for her husband. I'm like, yo, he is gone. And Teddy come up with some wild story real quick, done. Oh, he's locked up in Puerto Rico. I didn't kill him. He come up with something real quick, and she's just like, really? That's what made her start thinking like, no, let him go and give him to the KGB. And that's when she really started thinking like, hold on, is he alive? And you could tell it was still on her mind, because once they get to the drop, while Teddy is about to give over the money, she comes up and asks one more question about her husband. I'm like, why is he gone? And Teddy just was brutally honest, like, what's wrong with you? Teddy like, yo, what is wrong with you? You believe me back there? Like, I shot him, he gone. So he tells her the truth, she explodes. Now, that whole scene was kind of wild to me because I didn't think Franklin was gonna make it out of there, to be honest, because when they was walking up in my head, I'm thinking like, yo, all of them people there is probably CIA. You know how when they was walking up to the drop and they kept showing just random people walking by? I'm like, man, they all probably CIA. But they didn't come up, so maybe they wouldn't. But in my mind, I'm like, this dude ain't just coming there alone. He probably got everybody in that park walking around acting normal, but they really CIA. Because they was just showing random people, and I'm like, nah, all these people probably CIA, man. Franklin need to get up out of there, man. But Sissy knocked off Teddy. Franklin survived that episode. I don't know if he gonna survive. Definitely check out my preview when that drop. I'm gonna watch the preview and then I'm gonna make my predictions on what I think gonna happen. But you know who did survive? Oso. Shout out to Oso, man. I was so happy when Oso survived, dog. Like, he dropped him off, and you could tell Franklin was just like, man, I'm gonna miss him. He was still trying to have a conversation with him. You know how you trying to end a conversation with a person? And you even walking off just like how Oso was. Franklin still talking. Hey, man, you gonna be all right? It got to the point where Franklin started asking him random stuff. Yo, man, where you gonna work at down here? You gonna be wrestling again? Oso like, I don't know, bro. He walking off. I'm like, good for Oso, man. Good for Oso, because he survived. I hope Leon be the next one to survive. But Leon's still in the thick of things, man. And even Sissy tried to look out for Leon. She said, yo, I don't want Leon or that baby around this drop. But I just hope Leon survived, man. Now, V, She came through in the clutch in this episode. I gotta give it up. I really never really liked V, but I gotta give it up this episode. Because she came through in the clutch. Because it was her tactic that got the job done. Because Franklin's skirt tactic just wasn't working, was it? I mean, it was intense. It was great to watch. But I'm like, this ain't gonna work. Even when he was doing it, I'm thinking, this ain't gonna work. Like when he had the gun and he was doing the little Russian roulette thing where he put it to his head and click it, and then he shot a bullet in the sky and all that. I'm like, man, that ain't gonna work because you ain't causing no physical pain. Like, yeah, it's good, all the talk, and yeah, you got the gun on him and you got him tied up. You got him right where you want him. But you gotta cause some type of pain. Like, break some fingers. Do something to him. He's just walking around in a circle talking to him, trying to get info out of him. I'm like, I don't know if this gonna work. And Teddy is like a strong will. So he ain't just giving up no information easy. V comes in with the perfect plan. Let's burn him. And she cooked him. Oh, man. They did a great job showing his stomach and stuff, like, after the burns, too. Because it gives you that feeling where you look at it and go, dang, they did a number on my dog, man. They did a number on Teddy. So, watching it, it really looked good. They did that good. That scene was great. And V came in with a great plan. And he gave up the information after that, didn't he? He like, man, bump all this. Franklin would have just kept burning them too. Oh, man. Because eventually, best believe, he would have left that chest area, went on up, started hitting the neck a little bit, and then, pause. I'm getting kind of crazy. But he would have left that area and started hitting him on the face a little bit. All that. Man, that joint would have burned him. So he gave it up. His stomach was just, looked like it was decapitating in front of our eyes, too. It just looked nasty. But she came through in the clutch with that. Man, this episode was fire. A lot happened, but they was in one area, you know. And if you watch me, and I do a lot of different shows and stuff, sometimes you will hear me say, yo, they treat us like we stupid on some of these black shows because they make the scene so quick and they just going from scene to scene to scene to scene. They never sit in the scene. This episode is a great example of them not doing that. They just sat in a scene. We didn't have to keep getting different scenes every 3 seconds, right? They sat in the scene, let the actors act, and they performed, doing a great job. It wasn't a lot of locations for this episode. It was just really where Teddy and Ruben was at. He dropped Oso off, came back there, you know. Then he went to drop Teddy off. So they did a great job with this, man. From a production standpoint, in my opinion, writing standpoint, this episode was fire. This season 6 been impressive, man. I hate that Snowfall is actually about to end. I know they got the spinoff. If Leon survive and he on that spinoff with Wanda, that'll be fire. Now, before we get out of here, I do got to speak on Aunt Louie's situation because she actually got away from the DEA. Franklin calls her, don't leave her a lot of time, but it was enough time for her to get away, and she got away. Now, when she get away, she ends up calling Buckley. Why didn't she call Scully? She could have called my dog, man. He came through and she wouldn't have had to worry about what she had to worry about. But she called Buckley. He come through, driving her to a spot that I think she just made the stuff up about the $1 million. Anywho, he driving her to a spot. He stops, talking about he got to pee. This fool is trying to get high. This dude is a straight clown, man. He go behind the tree and gets high. Like, bruh, everybody know you get high. You could have just hit it right in front of her. Just go on, hit it, dog. I mean, everybody know everybody know the deal with you. But he leaves her in the car. Of course, she gets a burner and then comes out, put the pressure on him, takes his beeper, finds out that he did get a page from Uncle Jerome, which is something we knew, but he was too busy getting high that day too. So she just ended up robbing him. I thought she was going to knock him off, but she ends up robbing him. And that's cool. The only problem is Buckley might come back for his, man. You never know. I definitely think Aunt Louie going to be causing some chaos with Franklin in his situation. I don't think she just going to run and actually get out of Dodge and not go back and holler at Franklin at all. I think she gonna go back and holler at Franklin, man. So she might be a problem for them. And Buckley definitely gonna be a problem for her, man. But it's Smack the Guru, man. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. What was your favorite parts? And did you think they did a great job? We only got one more episode left. Make sure you check out the other content. And as always, man, make sure y'all be easy. Be safe. Peace.